Hey, so today we're going to do part one of my Gorilla Squad program review. So this was created by Blaine Sumner. He's a powerlifter, US powerlifter. The guy's an absolute tank. He's an absolute beast. His bench is just ungodly. His squat is incredible. He's a big guy as well. He's not a skinny guy, that's one thing for sure. If you don't know who he is, then check out the description box below to the website link, my website link, where I talk a little bit about who he is, share some videos of his training, his PRs, his world records, and that will give you an overview of who he is and his training style. So this one we're going to talk about the linear periodization program. So there's a few built in within here. On each video I'm going to cover a different one. I'm not going to do it all in one video because maybe you're not interested in that one, you're just interested in one, so there's no point in you doing it all in one video where you have to just skip through and find the right place. So let's just start with the first one, the linear program. So this would be a really good program for possibly a novice lifter to an intermediate lifter. So it's a great program. It's simple. It's very old school, classic style of training program. It's linear, so it follows a very basic progression. Nothing too complicated. And let's start having a look at my breakdown of it. So I kind of split it into 4 blocks. You've got the primary exercises. That's the first thing, primary exercises, and you've got secondary exercises. Now primary exercises are your main lifts performed raw with the sleeves for the squat. They're your bench, it's your raw deadlift, and that will be your competition deadlift, whether you pull sumo or conventional, whatever one. And your secondary exercises are your hypertrophy based training exercises, your variations on the main lift, your front squats, your other compound exercises like a military press, front squats, etc. That will help build muscle mass, isolate muscle groups, create strength, and also help with sticking points in your main lift. So both of them are very important. So as I said, I split the primary exercises into 4 blocks. I've got the hypertrophy blocks, accumulation, transmutation, I spelled that wrong, and then realization block, transmutation, but it doesn't matter. I said what it is. So right, the first block is I call the hypertrophy block the introductory block. It's higher volume, less intensity, low intensity, higher volume. Start with 5 sets of 8 at 73%. All of this is done this 3-week period. It's all done at 73% of your 1 rep max. And you're doing sets of 8, 7 and 6. So each week you just reduce the number of reps per set, the base volume, until you reach the next block, which is the accumulation block. So now you're doing sets of 5, you're doing your 5s. It's sort of a medium sub-maximal loads, 70 to 79% of your 1 rep max for 3 sets 5, 4 sets 5, 4 sets 5. This is kind of in that middle, sort of, you're not hypertrophy, but you're not doing heavy max loading training yet. This is an important block. Everyone likes to train with their 5 reps. So that's a good block. I actually tried this program. I enjoyed this one. Then you get your transmutation, where you're getting closer to peaking now. Realization block. You're doing your sets of 3 and your sets of 4. You're getting close to maximal loads now. So you're in the 79 to 80% 1 rep max range, intensity range. And then the final block, the realization, is 10 to 12, where you do your very close to maximal loads, 89, 86. And then week 12 you peak, you hit a new PR, which is 2% above your current 1 rep max. But alternatively, if you feel like you can keep going and you're only at an RP of 8, then keep going, do 104%, 105, 107, 108 until you basically hit an RP of 10, which is your all-time max, and then you stop. So that's me. I've talked about the primary exercises, which you can see here, very clearly labeled. These are the primary ones, primary exercise, and this is the date, so you can see there primary exercises. And the secondary exercises are pretty decent, actually. It's a good selection of them. So let's talk a little bit about the secondary exercises. So we got the front squats, good morning, leg extension, leg curls, and ab work. So these are all very sort of hypertrophy based training exercises. Your close grip, which is good for your triceps, helping with the bench lockout. Your strict press, which is great for strengthening and building up the delts. You've got tricep isolation, bicep isolation, and I don't know why that says tricep twice. Let's go check that out, see if that would... No, that is actually true. I think I made a mistake. 2 tricep exercises. Day 3, you got your Romanian deadlifts, your barbell rows, your reverse hypers, and your ab training. And then day 4, you got shoulder, bicep, tricep, and back. So there's quite a bit of tricep training going on here, which is probably a good idea because weak triceps mean that you can't ever really lock weight out, which is pointless if you think about it when it comes to benching. So again, I split the secondary exercises into 3 distinct blocks. You've got your high volume block, which is sort of week 1 to 4, where you're doing 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps. So this is very hypertrophy based, focusing on building some muscle. Your medium volume, medium intensity sort of stuff, where you're doing sets of 5 sets of 6 to 8 reps. You're getting closer to sort of strength training range. And then your low volume, slightly higher intensity now, where you're doing sets of 5 for the final 2 weeks, 9 and 10. And 11 and 12, you don't do any secondary exercises, because during this phase you are peaking your main lifts and you need to focus on recovery between those exercises, between those training sessions, and you don't want to lose any energy on secondary exercises. They're no longer useful. So that's the program explained. It really is keeping it simple. It says right up here, the man said himself, it's simple, it's a classical style program, it's old school, it's linear, and the percentages pretty straightforward. Again, just sort of focusing in that sort of sub-maximal training range at sort of higher volume, 73%, 82%, and then as the program progresses, the intensity goes up and the reps go down. So as you do heavier weight, you reduce the base volume, the number of reps per set, as the intensity percentage of your 1 rep max increases. And that's kind of the general running theme of this program, with a few weeks where you are deloading and reducing the volume, the intensity slightly. Like here, week 4, you go 73, 73, 73. Week 4, you reduce the volume slightly and you do 72%. And then you got 4 sets of 5, 82, 79, 79. And then you, week 8, reduce the volume slightly for 3 sets of 3. And then start 82, 89, and then peak to 102. So that's really it. It's really simple. And I have to give props for the program spreadsheet layout and design. If you watch my Untamed Method review by Alan Thrall, you'd probably worked out by now. I really hate complicated, stupidly overcomplicated, MIT style, fluffy, filled with loads of shit, have to zoom to 20% spreadsheets. I hate them, like that Untamed Method one. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I can't stand to look at it. But this is fantastic. This is just simple. It's to the point. You pick it up. You know what you're doing. You don't need to have a doctorate from MIT in advanced mathematical calculus or some shit like that. It's simple. It's to the point. I like it, and this is why I think this is a really good beginner novice, intermediate program. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, because I'm going to do other videos explaining the other programs in here. I've got lots of other program breakdowns and reviews and powerlifting, strength training, and the stuff about the strength world on my channel, which you might find interesting. So it's worth subscribing and turning on notifications. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Keep lifting. Have any questions, make sure to comment below. Check out my website for other programs, and the spreadsheet is downloadable from my website, and that's in the link below. So have a great day, keep lifting, never give up.